let the world know I'm live. Okay. Discord. Alright, cool. What's everyone doing today? I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Just another day. Living a dream. Alright, so we're kind of in this we're just in a range, you know? We had this move higher, and then it's just consolidation, larger consolidation, smaller consolidation. We left these really nice smooth lows, which is what I like, but it still could go higher. I mean, it's just not 100% clear and obvious just because we're in this choppy range, you know? Another market condition that I could just, just let, I could just avoid trading this. We do have news at 10 a.m. And then Trump speaks at 3:30, I believe, with Putin. So, last hour will probably be volatile, in my opinion. And then you have 10 a.m. news, 8:30 and 10 a.m. news. 10 a.m. news is, I always say this, it's the market profile and news driver I'm least confident in. Just because it's either if we're creating fair value gaps, then trade before 10 a.m. But if we're not creating fair value gaps, look to trade after 10 a.m. And I feel like, me personally, I struggle with that. That's something that I struggle with. So I know my weakness as a trader, and I'm going to, it's Friday, done enough on the week, so I am able to just relax, just relax. Just relax this week. Previous day low does look nice here. In a discount, you have high to low. You just create a dealing range. We're about at equilibrium of that, just below it. I'm gonna keep this on my chart, this dealing range. But then we also have these smooth lows here, so. Also, what I like is on RTH, we have this sell side liquidity pool at 841, and we're above that right now. So I'm looking lower until proven otherwise. We gotta run higher, manipulation, displacement. Then we trade back up into this dealing range here. Into where? The inversion. Or do we? No, we don't. We don't trade in the version. We trade in the breaker here. And now we're trading lower. There's been no clear manipulation so far today. So like this is just trading into previous day's range. And now we're right back into this. So like this does not look like it's a clear sell setup, but this is a clear 15-minute CB. So you can't ignore that we hit constant approach with that perfectly. So I'm expecting to see lower prices because we're respecting constant approach of this perfectly. If we trade above this, then we can trade up into buy side and buy side. What I'm really gauging today, this morning, is this 1 minute fair value gap. This 1 minute fair value gap in its quadrants. If we really trade above the upper quadrant, then I'll be bullish. But we have minor buy side here, and then we have London high. This is midnight opening range. So notice how midnight opening range aligns with the upper quadrant. So we would have to really trade above that for me to be bearish or bullish. Sorry. 8:30 we had news, and we did nothing after that. No fair value gap. That's why we did not trade before that. And then we're just kind of we are range bound consolidation here. Trading up into constant encroachment of that 1 minute SIBI from yesterday. And it looks like we might drop here. And that's fine. I won't engage in this right now. Yeah, look at that drop from constant encroachment. Beautiful. It's also constant encroachment of this 1 hour SIBI. See if we clean up these equal lows. I don't know if this will get filled. All right, I got filled. I want to see a drop here. We did just trade into due day opening gap here. Cool. Willing to give this a stab, but I don't like the trade back into that SIBI. That does not look bullish or bearish. Yeah, we got a lot of manipulation here. I could have maybe saved that stop a little early, but I'm completely fine taking a stab at that. Let's see if we do want to see London High. I was stop hunts. I was liquidity. Yeah. Target's gonna get hit here. Very volatile here. We still have yesterday's low. Bad fill. I was trying to get filled up here. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like that candle. Should stay heavy, especially at yesterday's first presented for value, or that's at 8:30 for value gap. First presented for value gap after 8:30 from yesterday. All right, now we should stay heavy here. All right, I'll stay sidelined. I'm trying to do too much right now. That was a good stop out though. Manually. Praise Jesus. Yes, sir. Good morning, Jerome. I saw you last year for the first time. I got a genuine question. Are you profitable yet, bro? I'm kind of struggling with this. Um, I'm not tech. I would say I'm profitable, but it has been a struggle. It has been a struggle. I'll say. It's all just an internal struggle. It's all just impatience and yeah. Now it's gonna drop. Being aggressive with my stop loss here because I need it to drop. If it trades back up higher, it's not gonna trade right now. That should be IOFED right there. And now it should stay heavy. Because we have relative equal lows now. This is when I usually just like see as we trade into yesterday's initial sell side liquidity. First presented low. Yesterday's first presented for value gap after 8:30. Yeah, I think I just got teased. There's a 1 minute civvy here, so I'm gonna move my TP lower. Is because if we want to revisit that civvy, we likely want to see a lower expansion. What is this, a 15 minute? Yeah, I'm gonna target this 15 minutes to be again. 8:25. There we go. That was first presented for value gap right there. See, this for me is just, I mean, I'm not gonna say execution error, but it just sucks because like I was in the short and then I just got manipulated above, and then we saw that displacement, and then we had this SIBI here, which I was trying to enter in at, or I was wanting to enter in at it, but then I was entering here, and then I get stopped at break even, and then we trade up here, and then I'm in here, and I almost closed the position, fell right short of that, and then we used first presented for value gap. So we'll take it this morning. Nice analysis. We looked lower the whole time, forecasting lower prices, looking to smooth edges, using the 1 hour SIBI. Just that doesn't mean I'm going to be profitable, and stuck to my plan, stuck to my bias, and yeah, look at that midnight opening range beautifully. So it's just a time where me as the trader and analyst was just a little bit off, but I was still able to be profitable today. Paper trading? No, this is a very small live account on AMP. Where is that? Yeah, AMP live. All right, now that was a nice candle right there at 9:45. Just gonna take a screenshot of this. Put quadrants from Thursday 11 lows to Thursday's lows between a liquidity pool. Nice. We're gonna take out a previous day low. This is kind of what I was looking at. This was kind of just too smooth. I think it was. I don't know, I think it was on 5 minute chart or something. 1 minute chart. Yeah, that was too smooth. This was first presented for value gap after 8:30, and price is just staying heavy here. See, something like this where, I mean, for me, I'm just trading with one contract, so I'm gonna take something off, but just using this as like when we're in a move like this where we get a sharp expansion, just having a trailing stop loss. But I mean, I don't need to get every bit of this move in order to make money or to be successful. That's just what I think. It did use this Sibi, this 1 minute Sibi, beautifully, and then that's the 15 minute. Yeah, and it hit the 15 minute constant encroachment. So that was kind of just my fault. Like, so some of the journal that we used this 15 minute Sibi constant encroachment once again. Excuse me. What about the 1 hour? And then we used 1 hour constant encroachment again. Because in my head, I saw that we hit constant encroachment of the 1 hour Sibi. Then we immediately displaced. So I'm trying to get filled on this for value gap. And I'm using this old Sibi as for my first entry. But it just really just manipulated once again up above these highs and then traded lower. So like this loss is like that's a good loss. That's a good loss. The second trade was that wasn't that good, and I realized it, and I moved my stop to break even. But look at how we use this 1 hour fair value gap as look at this 1 hour Sibi or 1 hour BISI, and we're using it as inversion here, and then we're trading to the 1 hour BISI low, and now we're seeing a reaction. Well, not or kind of already. My next area of interest is this, and then this volume imbalance. But I'm very loose bias right now. I don't really care for any of this. Kind of just something to tape read. I've already got my piece, and that's more than enough. That's all I need. I don't even need to be looking at the charts anymore. I don't. Previous day low. Notice how the smooth level gets drawn into. Smooth lows will always be the draw on liquidity. Smooth edges, always will be there. Kind of just want to study this weekly profile. Where do we open? Monday? Dang, we opened down here. I wasn't really in the charts Monday, Tuesday, honestly. I was just in the charts when I was live. But Monday we create. Monday we were tracing this 1 hour buy side imbalance. Then we're using a 1 hour buy side imbalance to then trade up into a premium market. Then we trade lower into a discount from all time highs. We create a Sibi 1 hour, and then we use that. We use the high of that perfectly. And then we create a Sibi here, and then trade lower. And we're getting some more volatility here. This is a 1 hour wick constant encroachment. Look at that. That's beautiful. We now have this is a nice breakaway gap here. So this will be a draw on liquidity for a later time. These are very nice AM sessions. These are very, very nice. I guess I feel like I was a little zoomed in today. And I'm like, this is what happens in my trading when I just overcomplicate it. Well, I wouldn't say overcomplicate it, but I do more than what I need to do. When I can just wait for 9:30, not even look to trade pre-market. That's maybe a reason why this trade wasn't as good. Is because I was trading pre-market. The only time I should be trading pre-market really is above buy side liquidity pools. Right there. We hit above that, and then we trade lower. Notice how that was news high as well. Is that news candle? Turtle soup. And then just wait. We have a sharp displacement. Just enter in on that. And then we trade lower. First presented fair value gap, trade lower. Very nice price action. I feel like this whole week has just been very beautiful. Except for, I mean, this day, Wednesday. Wednesday was nice, and then after that was just ranging between two fair value gaps. This day was nice. I was not on the charts this day. Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday was nice. You have a short, a long. Yeah. Now we're seeing a retracement here. I don't see this as any way like a reversal because I don't know. I simply don't know what it's gonna do next. So there's no reason to try to engage it. But no, we took sell side here, this low, and this just and no reason looks like a reversal back up into the range. But there's no like clear next discount draw, except for this buy side imbalance. This is very well on the table. Now that I look at it, yeah. Ooh, that's very dark. Not delivered into. This could be something for next week. If we don't trade into it today, which, I mean, who knows? We could have a very volatile day, but I doubt we would trade all the way down there today. But this is balanced here. You have this inefficiency as the next draw on liquidity, and then you have this inefficiency again, and then you have this sell side with this buy side balance, which is the best form of draw on liquidity. We still have 10 a.m. news in 2 minutes here. We're hitting constant encroachment with this 1 hour fair value gap. Let's see if news sends it lower as we just traded a little bit higher, or if we want to see this fair value gap. Alright, yeah, it looks like we're still definitely expanding lower. We have a first presented fair value gap here, 812. That would be my interest for the AM session. If we trade into here, it would be done. We use previous day low here to retrace. Wow, look at that candle. Anyone who's short right now is definitely pissed, emotional. We have a 15-minute SIBI here. Alright, I think I'm going to end stream here, honestly, because I did my trading. I'm done for the day. And I might paper trade or watch the rest of today. I do want to just look at yesterday.